I just bumped into a good newcomer.
Saib bin Saror, of course, the winning trainer. So we end with the situation unresolved at this point here at Sandown. Biotic first past the post. It should be back-to-back wins of this race. Joe Mason on board for Rod Millman, but there's a steward's inquiry because of the two bumps. The first of them significant that horse delivered to Club Tropicana and Gina Andrews inside the final furlong. Thanks to you, Steve. Thank you for watching us at Sandown. Make sure you join us here today, but make sure you stay with Racing TV because we've got a busy evening ahead. Niall, what do you make of the last race in the steward's inquiry?
Yeah, I totally agree with the pair of you. I think the right to have a look, but I think the best horse definitely won. I think Joanna will probably get a day or two for having her stick in the incorrect hand close home. But all day long, I think he was definitely holding the runner-up. So we will see. It goes on. I hope he does win, because if it does get turned around, James Millman's very miserable at the best of times, and I have to sit beside him for the next 3.5 hours. So. Not ideal, James, is it?
You're going to have a long shift, Niall.
He's going to have a long shift.
Well, it's a struggle as it is.
Yeah,
but,
with you. But
yeah, he did win by half a length, which probably does count a fair bit.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It's quite a late steward's inquiry as well. But hopefully he's kept it, because it was a second win in a row in a race for him.
Yeah, and the race worked out perfect. They went quick and.
Yeah, they went very, very quick, and the only two that were travelling into the race, they had fought out the finish, but hopefully common sense prevails.
And 21 for your dad. He's never looked back since you've moved away.
This must have been a big impact, I think. That's the case now.
No, he's flying along. It's good to see. Okay, Mark Johnson's flying along. Alicam winning at Sandown earlier, and he's got a good chance with
20
his favourite
seconds
here,
remaining.
who shipped really well on his first run at Haydock. I think he's not qualified for the Cheshire, but I was thinking that when he made his debut, he could be a Cheshire type, but he was runner up there last time out. But good form in both.
3, 2,
unaltered at
1.
Sandown.
Happier news for me anyway.
Yeah.
Rest of the day sorted.
Perfect. Good looking big horse. I was there when he made his debut. I think he'll kick on and be a nice horse. It's the right race as well. Obviously, you've got Lost in Time. It's done at Bowie for Sideminster and Ocean Murphy, but the favourite sets a fair standard, as 4-9 would suggest.
And you've got experience as well, haven't you?
Yes.
And he's still 4, still 5 for a Godolphin horse. Effectively still 4, but he's on the wing, and on your first run, a 2-year-old tendency is always to duck away from wherever the other horse is. So I think that's a big positive. You'd imagine that Jason Hart will keep it simple, out the stalls. Yes, it was a little bit below par, but he still ran up to a decent level.
He did,
last time out.
Yes.
Just probably didn't progress quite as much as they expected. And I think sometimes you run heavy ground first time, it just takes a little bit more out of them than perhaps a normal run on a bit better ground, and it may just have been a little bit too soon. But either way, he sets a decent standard to aim at. The Godolphin horse, realistically, I think faces a tough task on debut, and the other two haven't really shown much. They're both last in their respective debuts, and you'd imagine nice race, because one's going to pick up 1,000, the other 500 at least. Yeah. But you'd be disappointed if they trebled subject to this. And
Jason Hart got there. He's beat the Friday Night Traffic earlier today on Racing TV. We saw him winning the Chasemore Farm Dragon Stakes, that listed race, under the very useful, very straightforward and talented Liberty Beat. So it looks like he could have an across the card double here as they load up. That is Juicy Gordon on Lost in Time. That's not Ocean Murphy.
Yes.
So Friday Night Traffic's not played.
Not a surprise, even driving up here earlier. I just think Son of Dubai is probably going to need the first run, and generally, sides 2-year-olds probably do improve a little bit more time.
Yeah. Okay. Shortly we go into Haydock, where Peter Naughton and Mark Howard, author of One Jump Ahead and the flatter trackside for us, but the loading up here at Chelmsford for this 7 furlong betting odds on. Horse in the colours of Dr. Jim Walker. He's got Austrian School, etc. with Mark Johnson. And he's going to be last in. So with that in mind, let's get across the chance to say good evening to John Hunt.
Novice stakes race. 4 runners are ready.
The market has gone in play.
The evening then underway. All 4 jumped reasonably well. Roachford, the early back marker. Lost in Time was quite green to post, and just takes a little bit of time to just get the message in the early stages. Going now in the slipstream of the leader, Red Jasper, as favourite Subjectivist sits in 3rd place in the early stages.